sir. Yes. How we doing? Yeah,
PC night. You have PC.
yeah.
Thanks to the music.
Yeah.
No, I think
Oh man, I wish I had one. How you doing? Now where
You know what, standing in the middle of the riser just means you all have a clear shot at me, right? Wonderful room, holy mackerel. Thanks everybody for coming on out this evening. Give yourself a round of applause. My name is Lisa Raitt. I'm the former member of Parliament for Milton, Ontario, the next member of Parliament for Milton, Ontario. Let's hear the cheers. Who's here from the 905? And who's here from the 416? I think about 519, but I don't think you're here. It's amazing. Well, what else we want to do on a good Friday night but to get together with the wonderful conservative family that we have here, right? And I know we have a special guest tonight too, don't we? I'm so very excited to be here, as I said. It's been quite the campaign. We've had a lot going on. We have just over 2 weeks left. And this is where conservative principles and values really come to the fore. Because you want to know why? There are no harder workers in this country than conservatives. And it doesn't matter what part of the country you're from, all the way out to Newfoundland and Labrador, and all the way out to Vancouver, BC, and Victoria, BC, and all the way up to the north where my friend Leona Woodcock is seeking the seat in Iqaluit again. We know that we have 2 weeks to work as hard as we can to make sure that we change the control of this country. And we change the control of this country for the better. One of the questions that I keep getting asked when I'm knocking doors in Milton, by the way, is, so tell us about Andrew Scheer. What do you know about Andrew Scheer? And he's a great guy. That's what everyone says, for sure. But let me tell you what I know. I didn't know Andrew when he was Speaker of the House because I was a minister in the Stephen Harper government. Therefore, we really didn't have a chance to chat. He was the traffic cop and he had a very important role. And I was in the government and we didn't really have any opportunities to socialize. I got to know Andrew in 2015 when Ronna Ambrose sat us next to each other in the House of Commons. He was the House Leader, Opposition House Leader, and I was the critic for finance. And what I learned, first and foremost, the one thing that came across is how real and authentic he is. He is exactly who you see him to be. Throw me or Ronna under the bus. He has an excellent sense of humor. In fact, we used to get in a little bit of trouble because we'd be flipping back and forth all the time, which shows you he has a kind heart. He's empathetic. He's trustworthy. And as well, more so than anything else, he loves his country and wants to make it better. Yeah! pleasure of sitting next to him again in the House of Commons, I can tell you this. He has become the leader that Canada deserves and that Canada needs right now. He enjoys having other people express their point of view to him. He's not going to fire somebody just because they have a different point of view and express it. He's going to welcome that opinion, and he's going to help all of us make a decision together. He's absolutely true and loyal to the people who are around him. And most of all, he shows each and every day that this is about us. This is about the Conservative family. He is grateful for our work, and he doesn't think it's all about him. Because quite frankly, aren't we tired of a leader who thinks it's all about him? I'm getting pretty excited because I know we're getting close to when we're going to be bringing out the box so we can have a word with all of you. But I'm going to tell you this. 2 weeks left. Get on the doors. Find our vote. And get our vote out to the polls. And more importantly, when you find the people who are going to vote for us, tell them to bring a friend to the polls as well. Tell them that we need their vote too, because this is a tight race. And the GTA is so important to ensuring that this country starts moving in the right direction again. A direction where people have dreams and opportunities that they actually attain. And that your success is determined by your work and your values, and not by whether or not you're a friend of Justin Trudeau. We want to make sure that we do everything possible, we put it all on the line, and we work as hard as we possibly can to deliver the result that Canadians want and that Canadians deserve. And that is a Conservative government in this country.
Such a pleasure for me to be here. I've got great news. I always like to start off the evening. Some people say I smile too much. Some of our kids heard that before. It's hard not to smile when you think that we are less than 18 days away. All over Ontario. I have crisscrossed this country several times over the last few weeks, and I can tell you the response at the doors has been fantastic. People are excited. People are ready. People are, they cannot wait. They cannot wait to put an end to this tax-making deficit funding, scandal plagued, liberal government. They replaced it with an honest, conservative government. Canadians are realizing that Justin Trudeau was just not as advertised.
Just wasn't ready.
So many jokes running through. Trying to keep just one. You know, they're seeing more and more that he's not who he says he is, that he's a hypocrite on so many different levels.
100%.
We found out just the other day that while he's been preaching and lecturing to Canadians about how they need to pay more for their gasoline, for their groceries and their home heating, he's actually been flying across the country with a second plane for his costumes, his camping equipment, maybe even that canoe. But it's okay. It's okay. Because he's buying some carbon offset credits, which gives him license to keep living his lifestyle the way that he wants to live. And that is the essence of the hypocrisy of this, because, you see, for people like Justin Trudeau and their millionaire buddies, they will never have to worry about higher gas prices, about more expensive groceries, or about higher home utility bills. That's where Conservatives come in, because we know that hard-working Canadians don't want to pay more, while privileged people like Justin Trudeau don't have to worry about the consequences. But I'm going to make him an offer here tonight. I am personally going to offer to pay the offset credits for the second moving van he's going to need. And people are seeing the consequences of his higher taxes. We know that Canadians are feeling like they're falling further and further behind. Over 80% of middle-class families are paying more today than they were when Justin Trudeau took office. And his carbon tax is raising the cost of living. And I'm here to tell you, people of Ontario, people all over Canada, the first job of a Conservative government after this election, job number one, first piece of legislation, will be called an act to repeal the carbon tax. They're seeing that he's not as advertised when it came to running an open and transparent government. An open and transparent government. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, I hear someone say. So sunny ways from here. Well, it seems like we've encountered a long patch of cloudy weather over the last few months. He's kicked out the only two people, kicked out of caucus, the only two people who were standing up to him during the SNC Scheer. So it seems like the only thing that gets you kicked out of the Liberal Party is when you stand up to those who are abusing the power of their office. Canadians see through that. Canadians see the betrayal that he had with our war heroes, our veterans, promising that he would clear the backlog, and instead it's getting longer and longer. And that's why we're offering such a positive message this campaign. Our whole platform is all about the way that we're going to help people get ahead. We believe, Conservatives believe, that a dollar left in the pocket of the hard-working Canadians who earned it is always better spent than in the hands of the politicians. And we're going to make sure they keep more of their own money. First of all, we're going to run a government that lives within its means. We're going to get back to balanced budgets in 5 years. Conservatives know that those deficits add up, that it has to be paid back with interest. Nous savons que c'est les contribuables qui doivent payer les dettes et avec l'intérêt. Et que l'intérêt vont à les banques. We know that more and more of your tax dollars are going to pay the interest on that debt. That's money that could be going into better services, or into better services, or back into tax cuts. And that's why we're going to stop the boring and get back to balanced budgets. We're going to be a government that runs with things. As we do that, we're going to leave more money in your pocket. We are going to lower the first income tax bracket, saving the average hardworking couple $850 a year, ladies and gentlemen. I know many people here probably take public transit. I know I'm visiting my family in Mississauga. I think one of my uncles is here today. I have a large, there he is, Uncle John. I've got 30 cousins all spread out throughout the GTA in southwestern Ontario. But I visited my grandmother on Copper Road in Mississauga almost every summer. And we used to take the number 8 bus to Square One. And we used to come up, take a GO train down and catch Blue Jays games and go to the X. And I know how important public transportation is for people here in the GTA and in so many parts of Canada. And that's why we're going to bring back the public transit tax credit to help the morning commute. We're going to help with raising kids. We're going to bring back the children's sports and activities tax credit. The sacrifice that new moms make when they take those critical first few months off of work to be at home with their newborn child. And that's why we're going to make maternity leave benefits tax-free, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the parties to help support families. Jill and I have 5 kids. A lot of people... changes between your first and your fifth, I can tell you. With our first child, every time they drop something, we're cleaning it off and disinfecting it, running it under hot water. We're always checking. Anytime the pee, we put it down to sleep, running into the room every time we heard any kind of noise. And fifth child, a little bit different. 5-second rule turns into a 50-second rule. Bedtime's a little bit different. A lot of people, after Mary was born, a few months in said, well, is she sleeping through the night? Of course, we would put her in her crib, turn a fan on in her room, close her door, go in our room, close our door, turn a fan on in our room. When people ask us that question, say, we're not sure if she's sleeping through the night, we're sleeping through the night. That's why we're bringing back these family-friendly tax cuts like sports activities and maternity leave. And that's also why we are going to boost the RESP so that people saving for the trip and in order to pay for that, we are going to stop spending money on corporate welfare. We're going to cut corporate welfare by $1.25 billion. And we're not going to send your tax dollars to relatively well-off countries, middle and high-income countries. Made the commitment that we are going to increase transfers to provinces for healthcare, education, and social programs by 3% or more every single year. So that is the choice, ladies and gentlemen. It could not be more clear. Between a prime minister who abuses the power of his office to reward his friends and punish his enemies, and one that will shine a light on his scandal and corruption and bring back ethics and integrity to our government. Where Justin Trudeau will embarrass Canada and get bullied and pushed around on the world stage, I will represent Canada with strength and conviction and defend our our decorated war heroes in the eye and tell them that they are asking for more than he can give. I will honor their service and their sacrifice and uphold our state. top down Canada's natural resource and energy sector. I will be a champion for it and get big projects built in this country. Target law-abiding farmers and hunters. I will target the real criminals, the gangsters, the people watch billions of dollars leave Canada, billions of dollars leave Canada for other countries. I will support a national energy corridor that brings Western Canadian energy to Eastern Canadian markets and gets us off of foreign oil, ladies and gentlemen. And where he will raise your taxes, run massive deficits for years and years, and make the cost of living get more and more expensive, I will run a government that lives within its means so we can leave more money in your pocket, because it's time for you to get ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Thank you. As Lisa said, we've got a few more days left, a little over 2 weeks left. It's going to take all our grassroots efforts. You are our secret weapon. I don't know if you've noticed, but we don't always sometimes have the same advantages the liberals get in terms of getting messages out. So it's going to take every single one of us working hard, long days, long into the evening, knocking on doors, putting up signs. On a besoin de tous vos efforts. We need all your help. But I know this, all of us working together, our grassroots volunteers and organizers, getting that message out to our friends and neighbors. You know, so many people are telling me they voted Liberal in 2015 and they're not doing that this time. We have an opportunity to get the message to them, to tell them how their life will get better, how life will get more affordable, and how we are going to win. That's right. And all of us working together. And ridings across the GTA, across Ontario, across this big, great, big, wonderful country of ours. All of us doing our part in our ridings. We can, and we will, make sure that Justin Trudeau is a one-term Prime Minister.
Awesome.